HoBNews! Welcome! This week brought to you by Woodsmith Custom Woodworking. Make my wood baking. The Custom Woodworking series gives you much more than any other woodworking project books.
Is that the one where you get Volume 2 with Volume 1?
Welcome, well. Yeah, there's a whole library of books over there that our team who do the woodworking projects will be using for future woodworking stuff.
Very exciting.
They first need to build a shelf to put said books on. Right, HoBNews. It is one of those quick ones for me and Will this week because we've got an interview with Andrew Carter coming up. His amazing story about him doing the Stafford Half. But before that, we've got a couple of things to shout about. We're going to kick off. We'll get to the other thing about the running in a moment, Will.
Okay.
But we'll kick off with a little reminder or a little trail. The Stafford Sessions House Music event on the 7th of May, 7 p.m. till 1 a.m. because it's that kind of night. Yeah. The tickets have gone on sale.
Well, they're going on the 11th, aren't they?
Yes, on the 11th. But there is going to be a huge, big raffle, and that is going to be drawn the day after here in Cafe 43.
Okay.
I don't imagine early on in the morning. I imagine it'll probably be sometime in the afternoon.
Late afternoon.
Depending on how good the night is. But Mick from Stafford Sessions is getting together a lot of different prizes. He gave me a hint as to a couple of them on the phone the other day, but it sounds really worth doing. So we're going to get some strips, some raffle ticket stuff. Ooh. So if you are sat at home and you want to get involved, you want to buy some raffle tickets, come on down to Cafe 43.
That'd be cool.
And we'll get you the list of prizes when that comes through. So that's trailing. That's going to happen some point nearer to the 7th of May. So keep an eye out for that. Before we get into the interview with Andrew, we've got a couple of extra additions to the Stafford Half that we didn't realise. So Mark and Molly, who are doing the Marathon de Paris, they are doing the Stafford Half as well. So look out for them. Is that before or after I think it's before, isn't it? Yes, of course, because it's April, the Paris one. But there is also a little fun run that happens at the same time as the Stafford Half. Yeah. And any regular viewers will know how fantastic Mark and Rachel have been from HoMove. And what do U's produce? That sounds a bit strange, but they've got their little lamb, their little young one, Evan, aged 9.
Yes.
Who is doing the fun run at the Stafford Half.
Oh, that's good.
Now, there's a link below, so we'll put all the links to the various things below this video or in the description. But he's aiming to raise £100, and he's nearly there, very, very nearly there. His initial number was 1,000,
right?
His mum told us, but they thought we'll just taper that down a little bit.
You never know.
But let's get into that number. Let's make Evan be able to raise £1,000. That would be awesome. So, yeah. If you want to donate to House of Bread, the best way to do it is through all these various people running all the different marathons and half marathons over the next few months. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so without further ado, here's Will talking to Andy Carter.
Right. Well, I'm going to introduce you to Andy Carter. Andy is doing the Stafford Half. So welcome, Andy.
Thank you.
Welcome to the vlog. We say you're doing the Stafford Half, but actually, Andy, I know that it's amazing that you're even running.
Absolutely.
So do you want to just take us through briefly what actually sort of happened in your world and how it is amazingly that you are running the Stafford Half?
Yeah, well it is. It's an incredible story, and it's a miracle of God's grace in my life. I have been running for about 13 years, but in 2012 I had what was called a tear in the aorta.
Ooh, right.
I know. After a lot of stress of looking after my parents and different things, and I nearly died, literally.
Right.
And if it hadn't been for the people at Stafford Hospital getting to me quickly, and the ambulances obviously, and then taking me over to the Queen Elizabeth, I wouldn't be here today.
Wow.
Which is incredible. But what they were able to do for me, which I didn't know, because of my running as well, I had a very strong heart.
Right.
So they are able to put me in a coma.
Yeah.
And then over a period of about 5-6 days, intensive care, allow the aorta to start to come back together again.
Oh, right. I hope
which
our
is
viewers aren't
incredible.
having tea or lunch at this stage.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Which is extraordinary. But you've been doing more. You've been doing lots of running, haven't you? I mean,
Yeah.
you've done a couple of big runs,
Yes,
haven't you?
yeah.
So you've done
2019, I did the London Marathon.
the London Marathon.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is incredible.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, it is a miracle. But especially when you looked at my background, and when I came out of hospital 10 days later, and I had interviews, obviously,
Yeah.
with consultants, a lot of them advised me never to run or exercise again.
Right. So you've
Yeah.
done the Stafford Half a couple of times.
Yeah.
You've done the London Marathon.
Yeah.
You've done it. Have you done a couple of others? as
Yeah,
well?
I've done Edinburgh Marathon.
That's all
And
uphill.
also Manchester Marathon.
And
ever since I came out of hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fantastic you're running for House of Bread. I suppose one of the things that would be interesting to our viewers is why House of Bread? What is it about us that sort of got under your skin?
Well, I think the most important thing is I feel like we are able to reach out to those people that are vulnerable, people who need help, need support. And it goes back, for me, nearly 10 years ago,
Yeah.
when we first started meeting some of our friends
Yeah.
and talking to people.
We were young boys then.
And we were boys then, and realising the need that was out
Yeah.
there. And then ever since then, I've always wanted to be part of it and to share in the process
Yeah.
of bringing change to people's lives.
And obviously people can tell you're a strong man of faith.
Yeah.
And we were talking about a particular story that you were highlighting. Is that something you wanted to sort of share briefly with?
Yeah, the story I was thinking about when you think about the House of Bread and everything that we do here is the story of the Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
You know, where the man at one stage was being beaten up and left for dead, and then this chap called the Good Samaritan, out of everybody who walked past and ignored him, actually, what did he do? He stopped.
Yeah.
And it says, which I've written down, it says that it is a powerful story of what love is really all about. And I think this is the key to the House of Bread and the things that you do
Yeah.
here, which obviously really gets under my skin.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a nice way, because it says the Good Samaritan, right, which is like us, not only attended to the man's immediate needs by dressing his wounds, he also looked after his future needs, his financial needs, and his practical.
Andy, it's an absolute joy. I have run the Stafford Half with you before. It's fantastic to have you part of this team, and I can't thank you enough for being prepared to get out there on Sunday, 20th of March,
and have another attempt.
Yeah,
Because I haven't run for a couple of years, since
Right.
2019, so I've already just get back into training myself.
right.
But when I heard this was coming up, it was the first opportunity I thought to get back into the saddle.
Brilliant.
And so I've come back out of retirement, as it were,
Right, fantastic.
and I'm running again.
That's brilliant. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And
Okay.
that's great. Thank you. Back to Jack.
Fantastic, really is a great story. But one of my favourite things to tell.
I mean, how long have
people
we known
about
Andy? We've known him for about 10 or 11 years, and
Well, we knew him before, and we knew him after.
yeah, and it's just incredible. And he's still doing these half marathons. And given the story he's just shared, I just think it's incredible.
It is
So I'm
absolutely
really
fantastic.
proud to be in the same race as him.
Yes.
Probably behind him.
Well, it just goes to show that the people we've got running the Stafford Half are, every
Yeah.
single criteria of runner.
Yeah.
We've got the Matts who are crazy. We've got the Andys who are brilliantly
Amazing.
brave for doing it. We've got Will who. Yeah, and we've got a whole group of other people, Steph, Ruth, Sarah,
Yeah.
all people walking it, people running it.
Swimming it.
We've even got people swimming it. And coming up, we will have an interview with Jerry, who is swimming the distance. Now,
Yes.
she's worked out that's round about 800 lengths. No, she's not doing it all in one go. She's already started. She's about halfway through, she reckons. Let's just hope she doesn't lose count and have to start again. So we will have an interview with Jerry at some point, swimming the Stafford Half.
Wow.
I mean, the weather that it looks like is going to happen for the Stafford Half, she might be
Yeah.
able to do it while it's actually going on.
Yeah,
It
I'll
might be
just
that
spot
wet.
the weather.
But we have got so much going on in March and early April. It's a really good time to, give us some of your money. if you want to. Thank you very much, Will.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you very much for talking to Andy. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the cost of living crisis videos we've got going at the moment. We've got some advice, we've got general information, just some videos catching up, me and Will talking about how we're dealing with that at House of Bread and how that's affecting our world and your world. And like I always say, don't forget to like and share these videos. That is really, really important. Somewhere. Somebody far off can be accidentally come across these and gone, oh, that's good, I've got a local charity near me, I might do something, or something like that. Anyways, we'll stop talking now. We shall see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Da 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 da. Oh, HoBNews. I'll do that again. Da 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 da.